Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel, and welcome to Friday, which only means one thing: welcome to Marketwatch. So, in terms of updates this week, nothing too big apart from XP starting today. Hope you've all bought your items and ready to get into those XP gains. But in terms of like major updates, that is only going to be the major one for the next 2 weeks. The developers have now gone to go and do Game Jam, where they're going to go and work on their own personal projects, which should link into some of the big updates coming next year, or a lot of the quality of life improvements as well. It's really good to see they've been given time to sort of break off and go and work on individual projects, as some of the best updates we do get in the game do generally come from Game Jam projects. But without further ado, we are going to jump in to the Runescape 3 Grand Exchange price rises and price falls for this week, where we look for money makers, crashing items, or ways to pick up things to make a little bit of GP in Runescape 3. So price rises, let's start. So we've got Ironstone Spirits up to 10 GP each, and the Spectral Lens, the brand new Necromancy add-on to the Slayer Helm, now 2.6 mil. Don't think that's right, I think it'd be a lot higher, but again, it's definitely something I do need to go and chase out and do a video on task as well, just to see how different the drop rates are. Congealed Blood, 4.1k each. I'm quite happy to say that we kind of picked this one out a little while ago when it was in the price falls, when it had this big crash here. There's too much of a limit of this item in the game. It really comes in the game very, very slow. So that is why the price is so high. But again, if you need to do any AFKing, if you need to do any Slayer, if you can relate it to a task in Camphis and the Camphis Slayer Tower, you have the chance to make a little bit more because that price is up. Primal Extract up to 2.2k. Again, no real big surprise here. The Primal Potions are some of the best XP for Herblore. It was always going to do that as well. And if you are someone who's invested in Pulp, or making pulp into extract, you are definitely going to cash in pretty big with this as well. Definitely a decent move for that. I've seen some people comment on the Escaping Free to Play series saying they're doing pulp, and it does look to be the very much right choice to do that as well. Bowstrings over 1,000 coins, 1.1k for those now. We have Stonewall segments, 12.9k. Again, something else which will sort of bump up because people will need that for the Fort Front reconstruction. Grimy Spirit Weed, 7.2k. We have a Dagonoth Hide at 3.7. Dark Amica, 8.3k there. Elder Wood Spirit, 13.6. Uncut Ruby, 500 GP there. Pretty good for that. Headless Arrows, 117. Raw Cavefish, 628. Teak Plank, 394. And the Memory Dowser, now about where it needs to be at 813 mil. As much as I loved it when I did it for a review, I do think it's a bit too much. Considering like Divine Conversion, yes, you got to do a little bit more work, but I don't think it's as much work to warrant 800 mil. Even though after using it, you still have value in the item, I just don't think it's worth it in case of a crash. Powerful Ghostly Ink, 24.8k. And again, Ghostly Ink's doing alright, and it's definitely going to be something we look at the weekend on the Escaping Free to Play account. If you haven't seen that series, make sure to check it out. It will be in the corner of the video as well. We're trying to see how much GP we can make in a 2-week bond during XP. So yeah, go and check it out. Super Attack Potions up, 2.6k for a 3 dose and 3.9 for 4. Super Necromancer Potion, 29.3k. It is so expensive for like a super potion, it's crazy. Powder Burials, 316. A Diamond Ring at 3.3k. Brilliant Energy, 231. And Pale Energy above here, 394 as well. Energy's been hit hard, and it's starting to see that it's starting to tick back up as well, which it was always going to after like an amount of time. I think the energy was impacted quite hard by the Porter buff, and also I think a lot of people overvalued the Memory Douser's effect. People are going to buy the Memory Douser, are only going to really be incandescents. So yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen with that a little further on as well. Extreme Necromancer Potion, 31.6, the Equipment Siphon, 202. Super Ranging Potion, 9,000 coins, and the Super Strength is 9.4. Dinosaur Bones, 17.8k. Lustrous Energy, 385. Necronium Bar, 11.1k. Still a little bit cheap in my opinion on that side, but again, can be something to jump in and be pretty decent. The Haunted Whetstone, 58 mil there for the pet. Again, I still think that's tremendously undervalued, so I'm surprised it's such a low rise, but we'll see how that goes over the next couple of weeks. The Runic Tuna is still up, 118.8 mil. Cretonium Ore, 20.6k for that. Fish Pie, 9.2k. Wood Spirit, 1.3. A Raw Great White Shark, 1.2k. Cowhide, 721. A Soul Talisman, 61.1. And we have Clay at 1.5k. Just as a bit of a side one, Clay at the minute with Humidify will be a very good moneymaker for anyone willing to do it. I think Soft Clay is something like 2.1k at the minute, so really good there. Feathers, 35 GP each. Definitely do your shop runs to get the feathers. I think it'll give me something like 3 mil a go, so very much worthwhile there. Wine and Sammy's 743, arrow shafts 45 GP each, dragon dart tips 4.7k each. That is very, very expensive. Do rune darts, just don't do dragon, do rune. You'll save so much money. It's a little less XP, but you're on double XP anyway, so yeah, do rune. Dragon hatchet 490k. We have Baneite ore 5.7 for that. Dragonstone necklaces 10.5k. They've seen a nice little bump up. Willow logs over 1,000 coins. Air orb 865. Water orb 189. Again with the orbs, just do fire orbs. They're the cheapest, and the XP you're on double anyway. It's worth saving the money. Don't spend the extra money on things like air orbs for the tiny bit improvement of XP. Try and be sensible with your GP per XP and stuff, and try and not sort of like spread it out. But wow, what a week there. Like, this is why I've done the escaping free to play on this week, because as you can see, we've talked through so many methods to make cash that you've got a choice. You're spoiled for choice here. Like, there's crafting, there's herb lore, there's smithing, there's necromancy, there's so many different things for you to make GP from. And it's trying to find out which are the best ones to go for as well, which is why I try and like spread it and like search for all the different items on the series, just to see what we can do for that as well. But really good week. Again, if you're looking for any money makers, there's definitely some dotted here, although definitely use your time correct. For those who don't know, on a double XP, you can pause your timer. It will run out next weekend when the sort of days are run out on double XP, but you can pause your timer. So if you do need to go off and make some money or do some dailies or do anything else, you can pause it and go off. You do have a limit on how long it takes to reset once that's happened, but it's only about an hour. But if you've got enough to warrant sort of turn it off, you can definitely go and do that as well. Now, time for price falls. So this will be interesting to have a look at. So we've got cadaver berries at 3.1k. Huge bladed mithril salvage, which makes sense because of the new like drop from the new Slayer monster. And I think it was a bit overinflated anyway because there was no real volume of it. And again, looking at this, we're going to have a couple of drops from the new Slayer monster. Maple wood spirits now under 900 GP each. We have a Siku seed 171, uncut jade 1.6k, which probably makes jade more viable as a money making method now. The problem with making jade before was you just couldn't get any jade to start with. It was such an item which was very low volume, you would always struggle to get it. So it's nice to see that at least from that side they'll be more accessible. And from what I've done on the free-to-play account, it seems to still be decent GP. So at least it's not ruined it as a money-making method. It might have hindered it, but it's not definitely ruined it. Uncut Emerald 585, that is a bargain. Pick that up because you will make money cutting emeralds. Because again, after double XP, the price of gems generally goes down, but you can turn them into like porters. So for me personally, if I was buying these Uncut Emerald, I would cut all the emeralds and then turn them into necklaces or rings, depending on which one sold better. We have manuscripts of Wen and Neladinis, both getting very cheap. Zerosian Insignia had a nice little pop a couple of weeks ago. That's now come back down, 7.3k. Crystal Skill Chompers, 3.6. Super Compost, 976. Dust Rune, again, from the new drop table, 2.2k there. Raw Bird Meat, 821. Agrami Cadentine, 1.1. Super Defenses do seem to be the best value for money and one which makes profit. So, yeah, definitely keep an eye out on them. Augmenter 392. We have Dragon Metal 3.6k. Very cheap for something which probably will go up in demand after double XP. If you don't know how Archeology works, you don't get double XP with restoring, you just get the artifacts twice as quick. But because of that, you're not getting as much material as what you normally would, which normally means that after double XP, material does spike. A lot of people will camp the sash brush spot, and yeah, that could be something needed for that. Ancient Gravel 1.3k each, Cobalt Blue 12.7, Potion Flask 11.9 is very cheap. Like, that is the cheapest it's been for a long time. And yeah, me personally, for 11.9k, I would stock up on Potion Flasks. Obviously, once they're used, they go out of the game. They're consistently going out of the game as well because people PVM. It might be down because there's no PVM like incentive or updates at the minute, but that is cheap. Armadillo in Yellow, 14.2. A Clean Ranar's 3.3k. We have Soul Dive at 221k. And Greater Ghostly Ink, 11.5k there. Mochella Mushrooms at 7.7. Staff of Slisgate is 141 mil, which is crazy for a tier 92. Admittedly, the tier 95s are probably cheaper than that together. But if you want a 2H option, that is there. Red berries 1,000 coins. Jade coming down now, 3,000 coins each. Felt is 3.9k. Binding contracts for a water fiend 106. Dragon pickaxe now 30.5 mil. Gleaming energy 467. Gremwall spikes 123 GP each. They are never ever going to sell for a profit. Sad face. Armadillo crossbow 4.5. We have the pestilent Torva armor, which was released, 1.8 bill for that. Novitor 17.2k. The Roar of Awakening still in price falls, 60 mil for that. How low will it go? Let me know in the comments. How low do you think the Roar of Awakening and the Deceit will be going to as well? We have Barak Sashbrush, which is 173.4 mil. If that is correct for that price, that's a bit of a steal for how useful it is. Coconut 7,000 coins. Papaya fruit 5.4. Surprised by that, especially because we're on a double XP. Coconut might be a buy as well, because coconut milk is for coconut milk's for weapon poison. And that's probably as low as it's been for a long time. And coconut milk as well is one of the easiest money making methods. Just crack the coconut on a vial and yeah, you got coconut milk. Green Dragon Hide Chaps 3.4k. Star of Sarah 9.9. Quintessence 3.9. Cows 1,116.6k for that. And we have Crystal Flask 1.8k. We have Astral Rune 713. We have Ode to Deceit 68.9. Sarah Brew Flask 24.6, which I don't know if that's a bit of a steal, you know, considering like how high like these can spike. That is a very good price. And again, it's kind of because PVM updates or stuff has been lacking lately, which has probably led to it as well. But yeah, a lot of archaeology items in this, which is very surprising. I mean, I imagine a lot of people have cashed out of their archaeology items and probably buy them back in the lead up to double XP, but I didn't expect that kind of like drop. And it's not just one set, there's items from all the sets as well, which is a bit surprising to say the least. But good time to buy some stuff. Again, potion flasks, brew flasks, some of the archaeology items, those emeralds, they seem to be very good deals. And like to a point where you'll definitely pull your money back after they bounce back up as well. But yeah, that's going to be the end of Marketwatch for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Over the weekend, we'll have the Group Iron Man videos as well as some escaping free to play. So I hope you guys look forward to that. But thank you guys for watching once again. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.